When the plaque comes out, she like, I was like, maybe she'll cry, maybe she'll be so, she was like, oh my God, not the plaque, no, finally. She was so funny about it. She was like, I can't believe you finally made me the plaque.
Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and right now we're here at our iHeartRadio headquarters in New York City. And we have something special for you today. We're hanging out with the one and only Max is here!
Thanks for having me, guys.
And this is so funny because we were just saying this. This is our first time ever meeting in real life. We've done so many Zoom interviews.
Oh, yes.
And already we're synchronized. Look at our outfits.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. Well, it's so good to have you here at iHeart. You have new music, and we're excited to talk about Strings. Tell us about this song.
Oh, I'm so excited for it. You know, I write a lot of love songs for my wife, and so she doesn't always like them, to be honest with you. She's
a tough critic.
She's a tough critic, and I remember when I finished this song for the first time, she was singing around the house, and she was like, I think this is my favorite song that you've done, and I was like, wow. So that's how I knew it could be a little special.
Okay, you've written a lot of songs for her, so that's a high honor. That's
really
a favorite.
high honor, exactly. Yeah, she was like singing in the bathroom. Now I was like, I think we got something. So that was the first initial start, and then yeah, I asked both Jake and Bazzi if they were interested in being on it, and they both wanted to do it, and I was like, oh no, what are we gonna do? So somehow we're the Avengers, Spider-Man meme, 3 love song boys all together, and we made it work. So yeah.
I feel like that is a great trio. Did this just happen naturally with 3 in this collab?
Yeah, I'd known Bazzi for a long time, and Jake and I had been going back and forth, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen, but I actually didn't meet Jake till we were doing the music video for it, and didn't know that he was so much taller than I am. He's 6'7", I'm 5'6". Didn't know when we made the song that was the case, and then I looked it up, I was like, is he really tall? And then met him in person, and we like did a funny TikTok. And
we've all seen the video. The video is actually iconic. The TikTok is so funny. What was everyone's reaction to that? It's hysterical.
So it was what I hoped. I think people always think I'm gonna be taller when they meet me, and I guess for him, he doesn't appear as tall in all of his videos and stuff.
When I first met him, I fully was like, does everyone tell you this? He's like, yeah, everyone's surprised by how tall I am.
He's so sweet about it. But yeah, there's always the basketball questions, and he's so nice about it. He's like, yes, I played basketball, I get it, yes, you know. It was so fun, and he was a good sport, and we just like bonded. We're just both little diehard romantics. We write little love songs at different heights.
What's been the fan reaction to Strings so far?
Oh, it's been amazing. I got to perform it all summer on tour before it was out, and I would teach the crowd the choir part, and we'd make like these full arenas, the choir, and it's been so special to like share that with the audience, and now that it's out, it's so cool to share it now, so yeah.
And you also shared a little something special with us too. We have the official lyric video for Strings, and this is really, really special because you kind of give us a behind the scenes moment with your wife, Emily, and so we're gonna do our series frame by frame, so we're gonna take our audience a little bit behind the scenes with this video. So we pulled a few of our favorite frames, so we're gonna have you walk us through it.
Let's do it.
Are you ready, Max? Okay.
I'm ready.
So we have our handy dandy screen right here. All right,
cute.
so let's throw up the very first frame, and this is obviously to set the scene. So on screen we see this video is a real life capturing of a surprise I dedicated to my wife for our 7-year wedding anniversary. 7 years.
I know. We were babies. We were crazy. We got engaged after 3 months.
3 months?
She needed her green card. She was like, I think you're the one. I was like, you're the one too. Let's do it. And then we got married in 9 months. It was insane. It's like we talk about it now, 8 years into being together, and we're like, that was so wild.
And okay, so and how did you guys originally meet? Like, what was the meet
Through a mutual best friend. I went to summer camp with her. She went to college with her. I had just gotten out of a relationship. I was on tour with Fall Out Boy, Wiz Khalifa, and Lil Uzi Vert. I was like, I'm gonna be like a single like rock star guy on the road. I met her. I was like, no, I'm getting married. It was like a week later. I was like, nah, she's it. Cool.
What did all your friends and family think at the time?
They knew that if I think they believed in the love, but they were a little skeptical still. I think anybody who like after 3 months, it's like, yeah, we're getting married. Anybody was like, that's kind of crazy at 23, but you know, still to this day, they're all like, wow, it's worked out. That's good for you.
Would you call yourself a romantic? Like, did you always believe in love at first sight, like that kind of vibe?
Yeah, I'm a rom-com lover. I'm on all of the romance, yeah. And it's my favorite. I'm a very passionate person. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm like a crybaby water sign.
Yeah,
I'm all the,
you're
like,
sensitive.
I'm very emotional and all of that, yeah, for
So
sure.
what gave you the idea to do something like this for Emily, and how did you think she was gonna react?
She's always funny because I never made a plaque for her for Lights Down Low when it came out, and she's always like, your guitar player got a plaque. I never. She's always talking. I'm trying not to curse. She's always being funny about it. She's always talking shit about it. That's what I'm saying. And so I had this idea. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to make her a plaque of every love song I've written for her since it's been the 8 years, and I've written a bunch for her. So we handmade the plaque because we couldn't get a plaque made in time, which made it more special, which was cute.
So cute.
And so like one of her best friends who directed the video, we made it together, handmade it, and that was sort of the idea. And then we, got the strings. And well, I won't ruin it. I know we're watching.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so anyway.
Okay. So let's jump ahead because the second frame that we see that kind of kicks us off is we see you practicing. Obviously, like you're creating the song. What went into like making this video to keep it a surprise from Emily and getting all this footage?
So we had this incredible house in Malibu. We were doing a writing camp for my album, and she was only supposed to stay over like the first 2 nights, but she fell in love. It was right on the water in Malibu. So she was in the house while I'm with these players, and
You're like,
all
go
day.
shopping, leave that.
Exactly. We had this whole surprise plan, and she was trying to ruin it. She knows when a surprise is happening.
So
It's her
did she
favorite.
know? She felt it?
She knows, but she doesn't know the details always. Like,
Okay.
she wants to be a part of it. So anyway, she knew that we were like having her wear an eye mask so she wouldn't see all these strings players and all this. It was so funny, but she was probably like 30 feet away outside of the studio, but she didn't know, which was good.
I feel like this is so in your element too, of like not only with the lyrics in the song, but being in the production of it. Like, how important is that to you to be in the room for that?
I'm definitely, with everything, very meticulous, and I love making sure my heart is a part of all of it, because I at least feel like for my favorite artists, I can tell when they're not, maybe their like soul isn't in a piece, you know?
That's interesting.
So I just, it's the only way I know how to do it. I just want to make sure that everything is sort of what I'd hoped it would be envisioned like. And me conducting, I'm obviously not a conductor, but I was just like,
but it looks good, it like feels the
part
vibe. Wait, speaking of that, who do you love right now? Like, who are you listening to that you're really inspired by?
oh my gosh, so many people. I'll say Deep Cut, my friend Duckworth, who we're working together on some stuff. He's great. Taylor Swift, of course. Jungkook with his new song 7, the best. I'm such a big BTS fan. So that's a good little
you're
free
like,
array.
you're
That's
like
cute.
staying inspired. I love it.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go to our next frame, and this is probably my favorite out of all the ones that we picked.
Oh, yeah.
We see a really, really sweet moment. What's going through your mind in this frame?
So actually, the truth is that we recorded a few songs this day. And this one is me, which I still feel about her too, but we recorded strings to a song that I wrote for my daughter in the hospital, in my arms. And I was listening to the song and I was hearing the strings and I started crying. But the people director was like, we should throw that in the video too. So I have to be honest, that's what happened. But yeah,
I love
heard
the
it.
honesty.
I have to be, I can't make it up. But that's why I was crying. I was thinking about our daughter and that moment when I first started writing that song for her.
It's so funny. I remember one of our first interviews. This was a long time ago, but I think you had just found out that you were going to be a dad. This was before. I mean,
right,
this was
like COVID times.
Yeah, it was COVID times.
Yeah, of course.
And how excited that you both were. I mean, being a girl dad now, and your daughter's how old now?
She's 2, almost 3.
What stage of life is she in right now?
Oh, she breaks my heart every day because like today I had a full promo day, and as I was leaving this morning, she was like, "Daddy, don't go," and she was like holding me and crying, and she gives me a little kiss goodbye, and like it's the sweetest, most beautiful thing, but it also just like wrecks me. I don't want to leave the house any day without her.
So y'all are like BFFs, like.
Yeah, she's, you know, if she wants to be. Sometimes she treats me like she's a teenager already. I'm like, it's cool, it's all right. Like, you're already 15 in my brain, and you like want nothing to do with me. But in the moments where she gives me a little kiss or she does love me, I'm like, wow, you do love me as much as I love you. That's so cool.
When you were thinking back to those times you're daydreaming about being a dad, like, is there anything that surprised you now that you're in the reality of it that you maybe didn't expect?
No, it's all kind of what I knew. The diapers, I knew the, you know,
You're
all
ready.
the stuff. I was pretty ready. I was only hoping that I would feel as much love as I do for her, which I do. But you know, there's also like the 3:30 in the morning when she like wakes up and wants to party and comes into the room, and you're like, I really want to sleep, but this is really cute as well. So that, you know, that's still rough, but also worth it.
So when are we going to be able to hear that song?
It's gonna be on the album. Yeah,
On the album. Okay, and can you tell us anything about the album, the dates, any teasers?
Oh, it's coming very soon. I have a
coming
bunch
soon.
more fun, surprising features I hope people are excited by. Yeah, I'm just, it's a lot of love songs, so figuring out what the title is right now. I still don't know the title, but title always comes to me at the end. It actually is the most stressful part for me.
Oh, really? Of the process?
Yes. I always have like 10 titles, and then I just, you know, the last one was called Color Vision, and I was really happy that that was the name. So this one, it'll come. I hope.
And I feel like all the visuals really match that whole thing. Do you thematically know what it's going to look like the album and everything that's going to go with it?
That's been great for this one to just capture. It kind of happened by accident with another song with my friend Keshi called It's You. We just captured the real life of us making the song, and so that was also part of this. I wanted to make sure that each song has a piece of like the real life of it, and capturing that real moment, and just like this video was. So.
I feel like you're full of surprises. Is this your surprise era?
Like I guess so.
All
yeah.
the things happening.
It keeps things exciting.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay, so let's go to our next frame.
Yes.
Oh, you touched on this.
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
So now we can actually see the plaque. Okay, so tell us again about this special handmade plaque for Emily.
Yes, yeah. Again, so we tried to make a plaque, and plaque companies, not that anybody knows, this take like months sometimes. So we had like 2 weeks.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't really know either. I was just trying to. So then we were like, I guess we'll just make one. So like my friend Sarah Eisman, who also directed the video, is best friends with Emily. She like made all of those custom animated pieces to represent each song. Like there's a blueberry eye for blueberry eyes. There's a butterfly for butterflies. There's a lights down low little lamp. So she made that piece, and then you know it's like the 11 million records sold and all the little songs and stuff. So.
Wait, okay, I have this fact. Songs you've written for Emily have accumulated 1 billion streams.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Billion with a beat. Does that like register that like your love story is like reaching this many people? It's so wild.
I love it. It's so cool. I'm glad that people are connecting to these songs. When I first put out Lights Down Low, It was a big story for me at the time that the people I was working with, some people didn't want me to be honest about that story. Like that I wrote it for Emily and I proposed to her with it. And that was one of the first times in my life where I like kind of took a risk and jumped, and I was like, I have to tell the truth of this or else I'm not going to be really living truthfully. And so ever since then, it's so cool that people have embraced it, which is awesome.
It's interesting for this new album. Do you feel like there's like a lot of truth on the album, like with your love story and being a dad and all of the things?
Definitely that. So much. And it's cool to have a new inspiration to write songs for my daughter and stuff too. It's awesome that they're all for her. She always says that. She's always just like, yeah, I mean, it's cool that you're singing the songs, but I'm like, I'm this person that the songs are about. That's
yeah, she's like, I'm chilling.
Right.
Well, let's go to the actual surprise for Emily, because this is so cute. Yeah, we see you.
Freaking out.
By the way, who is in this frame? Is that Emily's brother?
That's her brother-in-law, who I just had an interview talking about how everybody thinks he's Timothée Chalamet, and he gets it every day of his life.
Where's Kylie Jenner?
I know, that's why I'm always joking. I'm like, you're dating a Kardashian now, crazy. But yeah, he really helped out, and we weren't ready for the surprise, and so we had her go back around the corner, and then this was the moment she came back, and then it was because it was perfect at sunset. I was like, it has to be at sunset. It was like we had like a 3-minute window to do it, and this was the moment where Daniel finally revealed her.
What's the first thing Emily says? We see it a little bit here. What does she say?
I could tell because she knew a little bit of the surprise, and she knew the setting and stuff because she was like refused to leave this beautiful house. So I was like, well, that part's kind of, but it's fine. And then she sees everybody with the strings players and playing the strings. It was so cute. I feel like she really was genuinely surprised about so much of it, which was amazing.
I mean, was this a significant place for you both, or was this just happened where you were recording music?
Oh no, I just finessed it. I had like a writing camp. I was like, I'm gonna bring my wife. Her mother was in town, so we like had a birthday party there for her mom. We were like, we got this rented gorgeous house in Malibu. Let's do everything we can with it.
Stunning. So just move in, honestly.
It was great, yeah.
Let's do our last frame. Yeah. I love this like home footage, or this just behind the scenes of like what it's like with you two. Tell me a little bit about including these parts of this in the video.
I loved it because I really, I usually am like really directly in the edit for music videos, but I wasn't at all for this one.
Oh, really? That surprises me.
Because Sarah and Andy, who did it, Andy's such a great editor, and I really did want to kind of like let them choose the little moments. And it was so cool to see this for the first time, not even knowing what moments they caught or shot. Yeah. And all the people who made this video loved Emily. And that was like the biggest thing for me. I didn't want like random people filming it. So they all had a connection to her. So I felt like it made it even more special that each moment was like how they see her and how they love her. And I wanted that for her.
What was her first reaction when she saw the final thing?
Oh, she loved it. She was so cute about it. Yeah, it was great. The best part, which we didn't show this, but when the plaque comes out, she like, I was like, maybe she'll cry, maybe she'll be so, she was like, oh my God, not the plaque. No, finally. She was so funny about it. She was like, I can't believe you finally made me the plaque. It was like the least cute romantic reaction. I was like, but that's us. That's more, like, that was more authentic to the experience.
Yeah.
That she was like, thank you. It's really cute. I can't wait to put it in the house and stuff.
I love it.
That's what makes it real.
What do you think is the secret to a long-lasting relationship?
Communication, for sure. Honesty, like setting your boundaries and just being real with each other is so important. What are your needs? What are your love languages? Because how I feel to be loved is very different than how she wants to be loved, And me trying to love her in the way that I feel loved is not necessarily how she wants to feel loved. So that's been something I've been learning over 8 years with her. It's like, it continues to evolve.
What is your love language?
I'm very touchy. I'm like, please, like hold me, make me feel, like I love you, cuddle me,
Cuddle me, hug
let's
me.
kiss. I'm very PDA and all that stuff. And she is too, luckily. She's far more like, just like listen to me and be with me and put your phone away and just like make me feel like I'm the only one. And so I'm lucky enough to love her. I want to make her feel like that.
I love it. Well, it's beautiful. Thank you for letting us into your love story in just a few frames. So you have the official music video coming out. What can you tell us about this?
So excited. It's got Jake, it's got Bazzi in it, and Dixie D'Amelio is going to star, which is really cute. And Emily's in it too. She wasn't supposed to be, and then the day before we changed the whole thing so because Dixie needed like a person to be with her in the video, and it worked out. And I made it so much more real. Actually, the universe has a plan. Like they were just like besties getting ready for this concert, and I really wanted to capture. I love the fan experience. I'm such a big fan of things too, and I feel like sometimes the best part of the night going to a show is like getting ready for it with your friends.
Totally. The music's bumping, you have your outfits on, it was the best.
And it was cute because I have a lot of wonderful female fans, and I really wanted to capture that experience. And so it was cool that Emily was in it with Dixie because I can't tell that story. Like she has to tell that story. And so it was really fun to like kind of combine all of what we know about that experience together. And so it's such a simple little thing, but I hope people feel the energy when they see it and stuff.
I love it. And you've been on the road, you've been touring this summer. What's that been like? What's the highlights?
Amazing. I got a busted leg right now. I gotta go get get a cold plunge after this. It just happens, baby. No, it was spectacular. It was my dream. You know, I talk about we're in New York. I used to like busk on the subway, and getting to play Jones Beach this summer, play at the sold out Forum. It's like every day I'm really grateful that that's all I've ever wanted. So it was spectacular.
That's so cool. Max, we're so excited for you. It's been so awesome to get to watch your story unfold, your music career unfold these last few years, and to finally meet in person. This is
so
great.
nice to meet you in person.
We're so excited to have you. Can we give it one more time for Max in our
Thanks,
studio?
So cute.
We love Strings. Thank you again. And of course, thank you all for watching. Make sure you watch Strings. The official lyric video and the official video is out now with Max. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.